Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to learn about the environment. This all the topics are from I'm explaining these topics from a lucent book which mostly of you are preparing for a competitive exam. All of you know it a lucent is a best book for a general knowledge. So in that lucent book now today I'm explaining about environment. Today let us learn about basics of environment. What is environment? Simply environment means it's a surrounding of objects. Means environment is nothing but the objects or things, plants or animals, or anything of anything or in a bottle or all this all surrounding by us is also known as an environment. And the word environment is came from a French word environ. Wait, I will highlight this. You can also see environ. The word is came from environ, and this environ meaning is nothing but surround or encircle. So for an example, uh, surrounding things are known as an environment. The surrounding objects are called as an environment. In this environment it is converted into two elements, which is of abiotic and biotic. Abiotic is nothing but a non-living or a physical environment, which are land, water, and air. We cannot touch, just we can feel it, and whether coming to a biotic, it's a living or biological environment which has life. So which is nothing but plants and animals. And this abiotic and biotic, these are the two which are categorized, and these are the two elements of an environment. In this environment there we have categorized as four stages. In first stages of lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. So in second category it is of ecology, and third category is biodiversity. In fourth category is environmental issues, their problems and measures and damages what are caused by the humans, and applications and preventions are discussed in this stage. So uh, there is now I will be going to explain a short definition of these four categories. In next video we will be explaining about the briefly. In the first category, the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. These are the when earth is compressed and these three spheres are formed. There are lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. And these are also known as which is used for lithosphere is used for land, hydrosphere is used for water, and atmosphere is used for air. Where the scientists study about these three spheres, they are also known as, where scientists study about lithosphere, they are known as geography. And where scientists studying about a hydrosphere is known as oceanomorphology. And where the scientists study about the air is known as climatology. These names are remember these names, which can be asked in the exam also. And coming to an ecology, it's a nothing but a science or a study of biosphere. A biosphere is a almost all of we think about is a biosphere. It is a part of another earth, like it's a sphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. But it is not a fourth part of all these three spheres, or it's not a separate of another than this, but it is a part of lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. And many of the students may confuse about biodiversity, environment and the biosphere. There is a more difference between the biodiversity and biosphere. Biosphere is in a small topic when compared to a biosphere. So now don't confuse on this topic, that biological environment and the biosphere. Here, the biological environment can only includes biotics and living organisms only, like plants and animals. Whereas biosphere may include many things like physical environment and biological environment. This is known as biosphere is equals to physical environment plus biological environment. Now, every living being is continuously influenced by a physical environment, right, on this country. So, a physical environment is also a continuous influence by every living organisms. So, all the living organisms in the biosphere is not interact with one another, but it may interact with a physical environment. So, a study of this interrelationship between the various life forms and their environment is the major concern of a study of ecology. So that thus the environment is known as ecology. That's why a simple way ecology is a study of science of biosphere. Now do you understand about this? Now let me go to environmental issues. Sorry, biodiversity. And the third category is biodiversity. Biodiversity means it literally it is known as diversity of life. Biodiversity, the biosphere is a measure of variety of life forms that are plants and animals. Whereas in ecology, sorry, the pronunciation is is distracted. Ecology, it's in ecology, the diversity of all the number of varieties are in one particular region is known as a biodiversity. As far as the variety of life possible up to an extent, there must be a biosphere. In another way, the biosphere extends to any place where life of any kind might be exist. Since the biosphere since there is a difference between the both biodiversity and the biosphere, it depends upon the where plants and animals includes plants and animals may include, and it tells about that. In another word, biosphere is a sphere where the biodiversity exists, and the biodiversity is the sum total of all organisms that found in a biodiversity. So, many initiatives have taken to recover this biodiversity loss as a personal, social, national and international level. Now, let me discuss about the environmental issues and their measures. The most measures are population and biodiversity loss and climate changes. This many of you say that we can say that environmental issues, environmental problems or environmental threats, these are the synonyms of the synonyms to one another. A biophysical. Now suppose you say that Earth planet is very healthy and it is damaging a lot. Now which it causes of why? It's none other than human activities only. Thus the environment issues are effect of human activities on the biophysical environment, often which are harmful effect that causes the environmental degradation. According to this environmental issues and measures, there is one report in United National organism in 2021. One person right, it's making peace with nature. Making peace with nature. Remember this point also. A report on making peace with nature in 2021 in United Nations organism UNO. There is three key environmental issues named triple planetary. Triple planetary means the three issues where three measures where have discussed before, like pollution, biodiversity loss and climate changes. That's why they named as a triple planetary threats: pollution, diversity loss and climate changes. These are the three. These are the biggest threats where humans ever faced. In that, sea level rise and the two major examples of impacting climate changes and worldwide extreme weather, including the droughts and floods and storms. These are more becoming more commonly. And And another point is environmental conservation is a practice of, it's just a practice of protecting the natural environment on the individual organisms and government levels for benefits of both environment and humans. So there is a book related to an environmental movements and that addresses their issues and their activities. The book is Rachel Carson's Silent Spring. It is wrote in 1962. And the another one is an UN conference on human environment which is held in 1972 in Stockholm, the first international initiative to discuss about the environmental problems. In this conference, they also decided that every year 5th June will be celebrated as a World Environment Day. Remember this point, this is the most important one. June 5th, World Environmental Day, and it is initiated in 1972. From 1973, that is the first World Environmental Day. So, this is the short, brief explanation about these four stages. In next video, I will be explaining about brief explanation about the lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere, and whereas ecology and biodiversity, and whereas the environmental issues, how it may started, how in which year, and which initiation, who have taken the initiation, who have started, all the information I will be gathering in another video. So stay tuned to another video. Thank you for listening.